Well, thanks, Mark. Let's get right to them. And the first says, does a biodegradable oil degrade while in the equipment?
That's a good question. No, the oil will not degrade in the system because in order for a biodegradable fluid to biodegrade, you need air, water, microbes, and surface area. And in a hydraulic system, there should be very little air. There will be some. There should be very little water. There will be some. There should be few microbes. There shouldn't be very many at all. But mostly, there's surface area for contact. When you think of a spill, the oil spills out, makes a layer on the grass, on the dirt, in the water, and the microbes are able to attack that and eat that. In a hydraulic system, the contact layer between air and microbes and water and the fluid is very, very small, so there's virtually no room for degradation.
The next questioner asks, if I use a biodegradable alternative to the oil recommended by the manufacturer of my equipment, will I void the warranty?
Not all OEMs, not all equipment manufacturers have approved the use of biodegradable oils. Many have. Many have looked at them and seen the performance that meets, and that some of the oils will meet the performance characteristics. I think what you need to do is talk to your particular OEM and see if they've evaluated it. Work with your biodegradable lubricant supplier and see what approvals they have. Sometimes a particular OEM may not evaluate hydraulic fluids, but the component manufacturers such as Denison, Eaton, Rexroth, Sauer, and all the others do have certain stances on different types of bio oils, and it might be good to talk to them as well.
Okay, Mark, next up, what kind of procedure do I need to follow when changing over to a biodegradable hydraulic fluid?
In terms of a change-out application, in many cases, a simple drain the old fluid out, replace with a biodegradable oil is all that is necessary. It also depends on your level of tolerance for contamination from non-biodegradable fluids. Many of the fluids, barring the polyglycols, are compatible with petroleum oils from a performance perspective, but not necessarily so from an environmental perspective. In those cases, a flush would be recommended to get down to below the 5% threshold of petroleum in a system.
All right, our next question asks, what happens if regular oil gets mixed with biodegradable oil?
If an environmental oil and a petroleum oil are mixed, again, from a performance characteristic, most of the biodegradable oils will be compatible from the performance, but you've reduced the environmental benefits of that. So if somebody has a system that's running on a vegetable-based or an HEPR-based fluid, an HETG or an HEPR type of fluid or an HEES fluid, and somebody inadvertently dumps some petroleum oil on it, the system will still be fine, although you'll definitely be reducing the biodegradability and toxicity and increasing the toxicity of the fluid.
And now the last question we have time for. I've heard about environmental oils or inherently biodegradable white oils. Are these safe?
The inherently biodegradable oils are derived from petroleum, highly refined oils. These are typically not toxic. Most of these inherently biodegradable oils utilize additive systems that do not have heavy metals, which are toxic. They usually have preferred or better lower toxicity, but yet they are not biodegradable. The fluids have excellent performance, but they are persistent and will last in the environment in the event of a leak or spill. They are not truly readily biodegradable.
Mark Miller of TerraSolve, thanks so much for being with us here this afternoon.